Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to another Crystal of the Week. I'm Lila Jean with Fern Shadow Studio, and today we pulled a card from our Crystal Wisdom and Intention card deck, and we will be diving into the beautiful and serene crystal Larimar. So Larimar is a fascinating stone. It's truly a semi-precious stone because it is found in only one place on Earth, the Dominican Republic. It ranges from a kind of a light sky blue to almost a turquoise blue in color, very reminiscent of the Caribbean Sea where it was found. Its history is relatively recent. The vein was originally found in 1916, but then it was lost. And then it wasn't found again until 1974, when it was discovered by a Dominican artist. And he chose to name this beautiful blue stone after his daughter, Larissa, and the Spanish word for sea, which is mar, therefore Larimar. Now, on the moss hardness scale, it's about a 4.5 to a 5. Which is not very hard. It makes it prone to scratching, even cracking, if it receives an impact. So if we wanted to wear Larimar as a piece of jewelry, we would want to make sure that it was in a strong setting that protected it, and it probably wouldn't be very good for rings or for daily wear. Now let's talk about the buyer beware part of Larimar. Larimar is rare. That makes it a great temptation for manufacturers to treat it to enhance the color, or maybe even to slip in a different type of stone. If you are looking at buying an authentic piece of Larimar, what you want to look for are variations in the pattern of the color. It's almost a honeycomb pattern that you sometimes see in the stone. But I'm going to put up a couple of pictures for you to compare other stones with Larimar. The first one is Caribbean blue calcite. You will see that there's some similarities in the blue color. Calcite is, however, softer than Larimar and more porous. But here's a second slide. This one is of Amazonite and Aqua Terra jasper. You notice how similar they are to Larimar, especially the Amazonite. So you would want to make sure that if you were looking at buying a piece of Larimar, that you were working with a reputable seller and someone who is willing to provide authentication for you, that it was truly a piece of Larimar. Remember, there's no such thing as a good deal on Larimar. So let's talk about it energetically. That light blue color associates it with the throat chakra. However, because it's a 4.5 or a 5, it's sort of in the middle between an active rectifier and a more passive energetic sponge. So when you're working with Larimar, it's going to be a very, very gentle process. I have an intention that I would recommend for working with Larimar, and it is as follows. I am communicating with clarity. I am releasing swallowed words and old emotional baggage. I am building my self-esteem. If you have any questions about my Crystal Wisdom and Intention card deck or about my services, you can find me at fernshadowstudio.com. Thank you.